Did you know that there are real people in history who actually died of laughter? Zeuxis was a famous Greek painter of his day, and commonly regarded as an innovator of the time, given the fact that he was able to paint such intense and detailed realism. One story says that he was trying to paint Helen of Troy, and he wasn't able to find anybody who was beautiful enough to fit the description, so he had to take 5 separate women that he recruited from the Greek city of Croton, and made each one of them pose in different ways to make one collective image of Helen of Troy. The key mistake that he made here in this process was looking for an attractive woman in Greece in the first place. Another famous story about Zeuxis was when he was challenged by a fellow Greek painter to a competition to see who could create the most realistic painting. The painter's name was Parrhasius of Athens, though you all probably know him better as Parrhasius of Ephesus. The 2 artists were in front of a crowd with curtains in front of their paintings, waiting to have them revealed. Zeuxis began by revealing his painting to be a almost lifelike depiction of a bowl of grapes. In fact, people remarked that it was so lifelike. Birds from the sky flew down to try to pick the grapes right off of the tablet. After this display, Zeuxis asked Parrhasius to reveal his painting, to which Parrhasius replied, "I already have." You see, Parrhasius, his painting was curtains. He had painted the curtains. The crowd decided that Parrhasius had won, and Zeuxis is famously quoted as saying, "I have deceived the birds, but Parrhasius has deceived Zeuxis." Just a quick side note. What a dork. Why don't you just paint something next time, asswipe? It's like playing tag with a kid who has an invisible force field so you can't tag him. Despite his profound ability to paint realism, none of his paintings were able to survive to the modern era. Literally none of them. I don't know. They were like disintegrated or something. There's no physical proof of any of his art, so the only thing that we have is a bunch of other famous people from the time going like, "Bro, he's so good at art, bro. You gotta see this. This guy is so good." There's no proof, so you kind of just have to trust that he was a great painter because no one's ever seen it. For a guy who made a life for himself painting realism, to not have any paintings that are real anymore, Zeuxis died in the 4th century, and according to the Roman writer Festus, he died of laughter. At what, you might ask? Shut up, I might answer. Let me tell the story. Festus writes, quote, "The painter Zeuxis died of laughter while laughing immoderately at the old woman he had painted." He'd been commissioned to paint a portrait by an elderly woman. She was hoping that he would kind of paint her in sort of an Aphrodite style, but upon finishing the portrait, he laughed so hard that he just died. He just died right on the spot. I don't know what it could have been. Maybe the woman was hideous. Maybe the painting was just really bad. I think the painting was just really bad. He was probably like, "This shit is ass. This is not good, bro. This is my worst painting, man. I'm cooked."